Welcome back to the Expensive Coins History channel, where we explore the fascinating world of coins, numismatics, and hidden treasures that might be sitting unnoticed in your pocket change. Today, we are diving into the story of a coin that at first glance may seem ordinary, but holds a depth of history, rarity, and value that is truly remarkable: the 1975 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark. While it is just 1 cent, this coin tells a story that spans decades and demonstrates how even the most common coins can carry surprises for collectors and investors alike. The 1975 Lincoln penny is part of the Lincoln Memorial series, which began in 1959 and continued until 2008. Its obverse features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that has endured for over a century and represents one of the most iconic images in American numismatics. The reverse showcases the Lincoln Memorial, a creation of Frank Gasparo, which replaced the wheat ears found on the original Lincoln cent. The 1975 penny exists in 3 primary forms: the no mint mark version from Philadelphia, the Denver mint version with a D mint mark, and the San Francisco proof coins. Of these, the Philadelphia issue is the one without a mint mark, a tradition for Philadelphia minted coins that continued for much of U.S. history. That year, over 5.4 billion pennies were struck in Philadelphia, making this coin incredibly common in terms of sheer numbers. Despite this, its story is far from mundane. The coin's composition in 1975 was the traditional 95% copper and 5% zinc, giving it that familiar reddish tone and a substantial weight, characteristics that later pennies would lose after the 1982 change to predominantly zinc composition. Most 1975 pennies found in circulation today show varying degrees of wear, and in general, these circulated coins are worth essentially face value. However, the fascinating aspect of this coin lies in the fact that condition dramatically affects its value. An uncirculated coin, particularly one that retains its original red coloration, can command a significant premium over a worn example. Collectors actively seek out these high-grade specimens because they are rare given the coin's mass production era. In addition to pristine condition, certain error varieties also enhance collectability. Errors can include off-center strikes, double dies, die cracks, and other minting anomalies. While most 1975 pennies are ordinary, these error coins can transform an everyday cent into a highly desirable collectible, sometimes commanding hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the severity and rarity of the error. Even among standard coins, those preserved in mint state grades, especially MS66 and above, can see values increase substantially. Coins that have maintained their bright red coloration with minimal wear are particularly sought after, and examples in the highest grades occasionally reach prices that might surprise those unfamiliar with numismatics. The story of this coin is also intertwined with the broader history of the Lincoln penny itself. During the 1970s, the United States was still in the era of mass production of coins, and the focus was on functionality and circulation rather than rarity. This makes the survival of a high-grade 1975 no-mint mark penny all the more remarkable, as it speaks to the care taken by collectors or individuals who managed to preserve these coins over decades. In 2025, the market for these coins remains diverse. Circulated examples still exchange hands at or near face value, reflecting their ubiquitous presence in change across the country. Uncirculated coins with full red color or those graded professionally at higher levels attract more attention, with moderate premiums ranging from a few dollars to several tens of dollars for mid-range mint state coins. Exceptional examples, particularly those with MS67 or MS68 red grades, are considered premium collector items and can reach extraordinary auction prices. Proof coins, which were struck separately in San Francisco and feature a mirror-like finish, are even more coveted. A 1975 S-proof in near-perfect condition can command significant sums, especially if graded at PR69 or PR70, reflecting the numismatic principle that rarity and condition drive value far more than mintage alone. Beyond monetary value, the 1975 Lincoln penny with no mint mark offers a lens into the United States mint practices and the evolution of coin collecting. It demonstrates how even coins struck in the billions can, under the right circumstances, become highly prized items. For collectors, this coin serves as a reminder that diligence, careful storage, and attention to condition can uncover unexpected treasures. It also provides an entry point for new collectors to appreciate the nuances of grading, color preservation, and the subtle differences that can elevate a coin from common to collectible. For those interested in pursuing collecting or investing in coins, understanding the 1975 penny highlights several key principles. Condition is paramount, with original red coins being the most desirable. Professional grading can establish authenticity and provide a benchmark for value, particularly when seeking to sell or insure high-grade specimens. Attention to minting errors and varieties can further enhance collectability, while knowledge of market trends ensures that buyers and sellers make informed decisions. In conclusion, the 1975 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny may appear as a simple 1-cent coin, but it embodies a complex intersection of history, rarity, and potential value. While the vast majority of these coins remain common and circulate widely, a few well-preserved examples can reach impressive market values, especially when graded and collected with care. The coin reminds us that every piece of currency has a story, and sometimes, the most ordinary objects in our daily lives can hold extraordinary significance. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist, an investor, or simply someone intrigued by coins, the 1975 Lincoln penny encourages us to look closer, appreciate the details, and understand the subtle factors that transform a simple coin into a collectible treasure. So the next time you find a penny from 1975 in your change, take a moment to examine it. Its history, condition, and potential rarity could make it more than just pocket change. With proper care, knowledge, and attention, even a humble penny can become a bridge to the fascinating world of coin collecting and numismatic discovery. The 1976 D. Lincoln 1-cent penny. This coin, while seemingly ordinary at first glance, carries an intriguing story of its own, from its historical significance to its value and rarity in the modern market. Whether you are a seasoned collector, an investor, or someone who just enjoys holding a piece of history in your hand, understanding the 1976 D. Lincoln cent can provide a deeper appreciation for one of the most widely recognized coins in the United States. The year 1976 was a momentous one in American history. It marked the bicentennial of the United States, celebrating 200 years since the Declaration of Independence. During that year, many U.S. coins, including quarters, half dollars, and dollar coins, received special commemorative designs to honor the bicentennial. However, the Lincoln cent, one of the most enduring symbols of American coinage, retained its classic design. On the obverse side, the familiar profile of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, remained unchanged. The reverse continued to feature the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 by Frank Gasparo, which commemorates the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This continuity makes the 1976 D. Lincoln cent a piece that bridges historical context with the ongoing tradition of American coinage. The 1976 D. penny was minted in Denver, indicated by the small D mint mark below the date on the obverse side of the coin. That year, the Lincoln cent was struck at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, with the latter primarily producing proof coins for collectors. The mintage at Denver alone was exceptionally high, totaling over 4 billion coins. This vast number means that while the coin is common in terms of sheer availability, it also makes the high-quality, uncirculated examples all the more significant to collectors, as most of the billions produced went into circulation and were subject to wear over time. In terms of composition, the 1976 D. penny consisted of 95% copper and 5% zinc, maintaining the same specifications that had been standard for Lincoln cents since 1962. It weighs just over 3 grams and measures slightly more than 19 millimeters in diameter. Its size, weight, and composition are consistent with what coin enthusiasts have come to expect, making it a familiar piece for collectors and casual handlers alike. Its metallic composition and the sheer number of coins produced contribute to its stability in everyday circulation, but also mean that truly pristine examples are rarer than they might appear at first glance. Despite the high mintage, the 1976 D. Lincoln cent holds a special place among collectors for several reasons. While the vast majority of these pennies were circulated and thus show wear and tear, those that survived in uncirculated condition, particularly those retaining their original red luster, are sought after by numismatists. The condition, often described in grades from circulated to uncirculated, determines the value significantly. A penny with its original copper-red coloring, no significant scratches, and sharp details on Lincoln's face and the memorial on the reverse can command a premium in the collector market. Furthermore, certain varieties or error coins, such as double dies or filled mint marks, add another layer of rarity and intrigue. These anomalies, though uncommon, can substantially increase a coin's value when authenticated and verified, turning a seemingly ordinary coin into a highly desirable collectible. In the current market of 2025, the value of a 1976 D Lincoln cent varies greatly depending on its condition and uniqueness. Circulated coins, those found in pocket change and exhibiting wear, generally hold a value close to face value, meaning 1 cent, as they are abundant and widely available. Lower uncirculated coins, with minimal handling and a moderate shine, may command slightly higher prices, ranging from a few cents to a few dollars. Coins in mid to high uncirculated grades, particularly those retaining their red color, can see a significant increase in value. For example, a red, uncirculated 1976 D penny in excellent condition may fetch anywhere from $1 to several $100, depending on the level of preservation and demand in the market. Exceptionally high-grade examples, often certified by professional grading services, can sell for close to $1,000 or more at auction, showcasing the impact of quality and certification on market value. It is important to address why some individuals perceive the 1976 D penny as extremely valuable. While headlines and online discussions sometimes suggest that every coin from this year is worth a fortune, these claims typically refer to coins in extraordinary condition or with rare errors. The vast majority of 1976 D pennies are common and retain only their face value. The excitement for collectors stems from the possibility of discovering an exceptional specimen or an error coin, which can dramatically increase in value compared to standard circulation examples. This combination of accessibility, historical significance, and the occasional rare find is what makes the 1976 D Lincoln cent an enduring point of interest within the numismatic community. For collectors, enthusiasts, or anyone who has stumbled upon a 1976 D penny in their change, understanding how to assess the coin's value is essential. Examining the color of the coin is a primary factor, as original red coins command higher premiums than those that have oxidized to a brown tone. The sharpness of the strike, including fine details on Lincoln's cheek and jawline and the columns of the Lincoln Memorial, also plays a crucial role in valuation. Looking for anomalies or errors, such as doubled dates, irregular mint marks, or other production irregularities, can reveal hidden potential. If a coin appears to be of high grade or features a rare error, having it professionally certified can significantly enhance its market value and provide verification for potential buyers. Tracking recent auction results and sales through reputable dealers offers further insight into what similar coins are currently worth, allowing collectors to make informed decisions about buying, selling, or holding their coins. Even in 2025, the 1976 D Lincoln cent maintains its appeal not only because of potential monetary value but also due to its historical and educational significance. It connects collectors to the enduring image of Abraham Lincoln, a symbol of integrity and leadership in American history, and represents a moment in time when the country celebrated its bicentennial. Its wide availability makes it ideal for beginners seeking to learn about grading, preservation, and coin handling, while still offering opportunities for advanced collectors to hunt for rare, high-grade, or error coins. The coin's combination of historical continuity, aesthetic appeal, and collectible potential ensures it remains a meaningful and engaging piece in collections of all sizes. The 1976 D Lincoln 1-cent penny is more than just a coin, it is a tangible link to the past, a study in numismatic production and variation, and, for some fortunate collectors, a source of considerable monetary value. While most examples remain at face value, the coin's significance lies in its condition, rarity, and historical context. Red, uncirculated, or error coins can be highly sought after, with some fetching hundreds or even thousands of dollars in today's market. Whether found in circulation, purchased from a dealer, or held as part of a larger collection, the 1976 D. Lincoln cent continues to capture the interest and imagination of collectors worldwide, proving that even the most familiar coin can carry a story worth exploring. So next time you encounter a small copper penny from 1976 with a D mint mark, take a moment to appreciate not just its monetary value, but the rich history and potential hidden within its simple, unassuming form. 1977 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny, specifically the version without a mint mark, struck in Philadelphia. At first glance, it might seem like an ordinary coin, one of the billions produced by the United States Mint, but its story, rarity, and value in today's market reveal a much deeper intrigue for collectors and investors alike. The 1977 Lincoln cent belongs to the Lincoln Memorial Series, a design that spanned nearly 5 decades from 1959 through 2008. The obverse features the familiar profile of President Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse depicts the Lincoln Memorial, designed by engraver Frank Gasparo. Although the design is well known, the coins themselves tell a story that goes beyond mere circulation. In 1977, the Philadelphia Mint produced approximately 4.4 billion pennies without a mint mark, making them common in sheer numbers. However, the true value for collectors is not in the quantity minted but in the quality and condition of the surviving coins. The composition of these pennies consists primarily of 95% copper, with 5% tin and zinc, giving them a distinctive weight, color, and luster. The bright reddish tone of a newly struck penny is highly sought after, but over time, circulation dulls this shine, turning the coins brown or red-brown. Because of the sheer number of pennies produced and circulated, finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition is increasingly rare, and that rarity is precisely what drives interest among serious numismatists. Coins in near-perfect condition, with their original red luster and sharp details, can command significantly higher prices than ordinary circulated coins. Most 1977 no-mint mark pennies in circulation are worth only their face value, perhaps slightly more for collectors seeking common dates to complete a set. A coin that has been well preserved, however, particularly one graded by professional services, can be worth substantially more. The condition of a coin is the single most important factor in determining its value. Uncirculated coins graded MS-60 to MS-64 can fetch a few dollars, while MS-65 examples in red condition often sell for $15 to $25. Coins that achieve MS-66 red or higher, though extremely rare, can command prices reaching into the hundreds. There are even a few known MS-68 examples, which are among the rarest modern Lincoln cents in existence and can sell for thousands of dollars to the right collector. It is important to understand that the 1977 no-mint mark penny is not rare in the traditional sense of limited mintage. What makes it special is its condition. The vast majority of these pennies were used in daily transactions, carried in pockets, purses, and wallets, exposed to dirt, moisture, and wear. As a result, finding a coin with original mint luster and no blemishes has become an increasingly difficult task. Those that survive in perfect or near-perfect condition are highly prized by collectors who are willing to pay a premium for quality. Some collectors also look for subtle varieties or errors, although for the 1977 Philadelphia pennies, these are not widespread. Coins with die anomalies, repunched mint marks, or unusual planchet compositions can be significantly more valuable, but such examples are the exception rather than the rule. For the average collector, the most straightforward path to value lies in condition and professional grading. Certification from reputable services not only confirms authenticity and grade but can also dramatically influence market value and demand. As of 2025, the market for the 1977 no-mint mark penny reflects both the coin's abundance in low grades and the scarcity of high-grade specimens. Circulated coins remain nearly worthless from a monetary perspective, selling for a few cents above face value. Uncirculated coins graded in the MS-60 to MS-64 range might sell for a few dollars. Coins in MS-65 red condition can reach up to $25, MS 66 red examples may be valued at $40 to $75, and MS 67 red coins are typically priced between $90 and $200, depending on luster and overall eye appeal. The extremely rare MS 68 red pennies, due to their extraordinary scarcity, have historically achieved prices in the thousands of dollars. These high-end coins are the ones that attract serious collectors and investors alike. It is also noteworthy that the interest in these coins is largely driven by condition rarity rather than metal content. The intrinsic copper value of a 1977 penny is minimal in comparison to its numismatic value, meaning that its worth is determined by what collectors are willing to pay, rather than the raw material it contains. Because of this, proper storage and preservation are essential for anyone hoping to retain or enhance the value of their coin. Storing pennies in protective holders, keeping them away from moisture and contaminants, and avoiding unnecessary handling are critical steps in maintaining their condition and collectible appeal. The story of the 1977 no-mint mark Lincoln cent is also a reminder of the fascinating intersection between history, culture, and everyday objects. What started as an ordinary penny meant for commerce has, over the decades, transformed into a collectible item whose value is dictated by rarity, condition, and collector demand. This coin encapsulates a moment in time, capturing both the design ideals of the United States Mint and the economic and cultural currents of the 1970s. Its continued relevance in today's collector market demonstrates the enduring appeal of coins as both historical artifacts and investment pieces. For those who own a 1977 no-mint mark penny, understanding its value requires careful inspection and, in some cases, professional evaluation. Coins with signs of wear, discoloration, or corrosion are unlikely to fetch more than a few cents to a few dollars. Coins with strong red color, sharp detail, and no blemishes may be worth significantly more. High-grade examples can be sold through auctions, coin dealers, or private sales, where collectors compete to acquire the best specimens. Awareness of market trends, recent auction results, and certification standards is essential for maximizing the coin's potential value. The 1977 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny without a mint mark is a remarkable example of a modern coin whose value lies not in scarcity of production but in the rarity of high-quality preservation. While billions were minted and circulated, only a fraction remain in top condition, making those coins highly desirable among collectors. As of 2025, prices range from a few cents for ordinary circulated coins to thousands of dollars for the rarest, professionally graded examples. Whether you are a casual collector, an investor, or a history enthusiast, this penny offers a window into the past and a potential opportunity in the present. Its story is a testament to the enduring fascination with coins, reminding us that even the smallest objects can hold significant historical and financial value. So next time you pick up a penny, take a closer look. You might just be holding a small piece of history, a collectible treasure that could be worth far more than its face value. The 1977 no-mint mark Lincoln cent demonstrates that coins are not merely currency, they are stories frozen in metal, waiting to be discovered, preserved, and appreciated. We're taking an in-depth look at the 1977 Lincoln Memorial 1-cent penny, a coin that many people might overlook, yet has a fascinating story and certain examples that can be quite valuable. At first glance, the 1977 penny seems like a regular, modern coin, but for collectors, it can range from virtually common to surprisingly rare, depending on its condition, color, and any unique features it may possess. The Lincoln cent has been a mainstay of U.S. coinage since 1909, created to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Its design, the familiar profile of Lincoln on the obverse, has remained largely unchanged, and the reverse features the Lincoln Memorial, which was introduced in 1959 and continued until 2008. The 1977 penny is part of this long-running series, and it carries a Denver mint mark, the small d located just below the date. The coin is composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, which gives it the reddish tone that collectors often prize when preserved in excellent condition. In 1977, the Denver Mint produced over 4 billion of these pennies, making it one of the more common Lincoln cents in circulation. Because of this massive mintage, the the majority of 1977 D pennies are widely available, and most coins seen in circulation have been worn and lack the sharp luster of an uncirculated example. However, within this enormous production, there are notable exceptions. High-grade coins, especially those that have maintained their original red color and full mint luster, are much rarer than the general circulation pieces and are highly sought after by collectors. In mint state condition, these coins can command a significant premium over face value. The grading scale for coins ranges from circulated, where wear is evident and luster is gone, to uncirculated mint state, with MS 60 representing lower mint state and MS 67 or higher representing coins of exceptional quality. Very few 1977 D pennies exist in MS 67 or MS 68 grades, and these coins are the crown jewels for collectors of Lincoln cents from the modern era. Beyond grade and color, error coins are another way a 1977 D penny can become valuable. Double die obverse varieties, where doubling occurs on letters or numbers such as Liberty or the date, are particularly prized. Some examples of double die errors can reach values in the thousands of dollars if the doubling is prominent and the coin is in high grade. Off-center strikes, weak or missing mint marks, and other production anomalies also contribute to a coin's rarity and market value. Coins exhibiting dramatic errors are often only found by meticulous collectors, and even then, genuine examples are scarce. Because of the massive circulation, spotting a dramatic error on a 1977 D penny is unusual, but when one is found, it can create excitement in the numismatic community. When it comes to market value, most 1977 D pennies in circulated condition remain worth only a few cents above face value. Coins that have been heavily handled and exhibit scratches, wear, and dull surfaces are plentiful and therefore carry minimal value. However, the value increases significantly for coins in uncirculated condition, especially those retaining original red coloration. A coin graded MS 64 or MS 65 may sell for several dollars to a few tens of dollars depending on its luster and surface quality. Coins graded MS 66 in red condition are even rarer and can fetch upward of $50 to $100, with extreme cases of MS 67 or MS 68 commanding prices in the thousands. One of the most famous examples, a 1977 D penny in MS 68 red, sold for over $7,000, illustrating the potential value of exceptionally preserved coins. Collectors should also consider proof coins and special varieties. While not part of the Denver Mint production, 1977 S-proof coins from San Francisco carry their own collectible appeal, with deep cameo proofs being particularly desirable. These proof coins are meticulously struck and maintain sharp detail and contrast, which makes them appealing to collectors even though they were produced in far lower numbers than the Denver circulation pennies. The appeal of the 1977 D penny lies not only in its potential value but also in the story it tells about U.S. coinage in the 1970s. The large production numbers reflect a period of high demand for pennies, yet within this vast output, coins that have survived in pristine condition or exhibit notable errors become rare artifacts for collectors. The preservation of copper coins over decades is a challenge, as copper naturally oxidizes and turns brown over time. Coins that retain their red color are highly prized, and their scarcity increases their desirability. Grading and authentication are essential for serious collectors, especially when dealing with high-grade or error coins. Professional grading ensures the coin's condition, authenticity, and marketability. Coins submitted to reputable grading services receive an objective assessment of their quality, which directly influences their market value. For anyone who discovers a 1977 D penny in circulation, examining it carefully under magnification can reveal hidden details that elevate its importance. Checking for double dies, off-center strikes, or weak mint marks can uncover potential value. The coin's color and surface quality also play a critical role. A bright red, uncirculated coin is far more desirable than a dull, brown circulated piece. Storage is equally important. Using protective holders, coin flips, or capsules can preserve the coin's condition and prevent damage from handling or environmental exposure. Proper care can maintain or even increase the coin's value over time. the 1977 D. Lincoln penny serves as a reminder that even coins that appear ordinary at first glance can hold surprising value under the right conditions. While the vast majority of these coins are common and worth only a few cents, high-grade specimens, coins with original red color, and error coins can reach impressive prices, sometimes in the thousands. Collectors of modern Lincoln cents focus on these high-quality or error coins because they represent the intersection of history, craftsmanship, and rarity. Even a coin produced in the billions can achieve significant value when preserved and presented properly. Ultimately, the 1977 D penny exemplifies the way numismatic value is determined by a combination of condition, rarity, and collector interest. Circulated coins remain abundant, but mint state and error coins from this year are highly sought after. The story of the 1977 D penny is not just about copper and dates, it's about the meticulous preservation, careful observation, and appreciation of subtle differences that define the hobby of coin collecting. For collectors, this coin can be both an entry point and a fascinating addition to a collection, demonstrating how even everyday pennies can carry history and hidden value. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced numismatist, examining your 1977 D. Lincoln pennies carefully, considering professional grading, and understanding the nuances of color, luster, and errors can turn a seemingly ordinary coin into a prized collectible with real market value. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe the Expensive Coins History channel.